just last few questions on, you had close opportunities of going and visiting NASA facilities.
Yeah.
Right? Even like all the ISRO missions, literally and technically all the ISRO missions. You said you never went to Russia. But
Russia I've not been.
You've not been there. But, closely we all have been working together. Whether it is NASA, Roscosmos or ISRO. And before, it converted to ISRO, it was INCOSPAR under the leadership and visionary leadership, I would rather say, of Mr. Vikram Sarabhai. These were, you can say, the two big brothers, NASA and Roscosmos. And ISRO was just an up-and-coming child.
Yeah.
But the kind of, giant, humble giant, the vision or the existence that it has today, how does it make you feel proud as a space geek, as a child who fell in love with space?
Isn't it a very proud moment, that we were few years back, we were the 6th biggest space power in the world. But now I think we have moved higher. Which countries are doing any space missions now?
Yeah.
No, I've not heard. Where is the Russian mission? Where is the American NASA mission? You keep cutting all their science missions which are doing good. No budget for them. We'll only concentrate on manned missions. How many manned missions will you have?
True.
The next is going to be Artemis 2 in April 26. Then after that what? 27. We are planning quite a few.
For the next 2 decades.
Yes. So it's a proud moment that this country, which had a very humble beginning in a church near Trivandrum, has today reached the top position in the world today. And people are coming to us, praising us.
Asking for our advice.
Yeah. And that day, in fact, Mr. Narayan is very proud of saying it quite often. Yeah. But I'm glad he's saying it also.
Yeah. He also mentions that, ISRO satellites during the Operation Sindoor were spot on.
24/7. Yesterday he mentioned it.
In 9 places, the satellites are spot on and number one. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He did not reveal much because of the secrecy and the privacy around it. But that's what speaks the kind of, level we have reached.
We reached, and also in Axiom 4, the last minute after the launch readiness review, when they had given a go for launch, it was the ISRO people who discovered that leak. And Axiom 4 people were saying, no, we'll do it, we can do it. Mr. Narayan was there in Houston, said nothing doing, I'm not launching. It's a no-go for launch. And if they had overridden Narayan and said, no, we are going, it would have happened, finished.
Something would have happened.
Just like Apollo 13. Here and talking.
Just like Apollo 13, that
but
part
Apollo
fell.
13, Raj, is known as the most successful failure.
Yeah.
That is the word used.
True. The most successful failure. Because it literally
flipped the world upside down. We have a problem. That was the famous word,
Yeah.
Recently, Jim Lovell died.
Yes, sir. We actually covered a story on him, Yeah. But again, I was speaking just because of one small error, that thing blew out of the proportion that eventually happened.
Yeah.
There's some errors in dimensions of one of the particles used in the tank.
No, this tank had a problem from the beginning, it seems.
Okay.
If you read the history of that LO2, it was a defective tank. And what business did they have to put it? What business did the tiling experiment of Kalpana Chawla, when they knew the tile had failed, they didn't tell her. How can you do this? To cut costs, they had this, what do you call the docking pod in all the space shuttles. If there was an emergency, you go and dock to the space station.
True.
Get there and you have a rescue mission coming. Cost cutting, they removed it. The space shuttle, the Columbia goes up. Usko bolta bhi nahi that this has happened. They realized it when it was coming down. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying NASA is a bad, but when our Feynman, Richard Feynman, the famous experiment he did, showed the man behind the atomic bomb, Manhattan Project. He did that experiment. That movie, the Challenger disaster, this thing.
Yeah. But as you said rightly, the most successful failure because literally, they came back to Earth
that is
in an imaginable sense.
There is not a person who does not cry in the last moment of the movie, when the parachutes deploy.
And they come out.
Yes.
Lovely.